Wow, that's very, very cool.
Yeah, welcome back to Saddle Up on Shaw TV.
Yeah.
We're talking working at the Stampede, not what we do, but what some of the people down there do.
With the heat, can you imagine some of the people who are just going, oh man, will this never end?
Yeah, I know.
You know what guy I want to be?
And the hail too, right? It's all the different elements that you have to put up with down at the grounds.
I want to be the guy who holds onto those big ice packs, who has to walk to the vendors and give them the ice packs on a day like today. That's the guy I want to be.
I wouldn't mind manning a ride, I think.
How about riding a chuckwagon?
That would be fine. Yeah, see, I don't know if I have the skills to do it, but Rae Croteau does.
Yeah, Rae Croteau Jr. has these skills. He is one of the premier chuckwagon racers here at the Calgary Stampede. Yeah. We had a chance to catch up with him on Saddle Up. Yeah, the ice guys.
Yeah, yeah. We are behind the scenes in the barns. We're about to meet famed chuckwagon driver Rae Croteau, and we're going to be with his horses where people rarely get to go. Yeah! All right, we're somewhere where no one gets to go. We're actually back behind the chuckwagons, and we're in the barn, and we're here with third-generation chuckwagon driver Rae Croteau. How are you?
I'm great.
So this is your barn, and these are your horses, and you're third generation. Who else has been in this? Your father, your grandfather? What does that look like?
Yeah, I've been at the Calgary Stampede for about 28 years. Started coming when I was 5 or 6 years old, and my dad raced and my grandfather raced, so we've been here for a while. It's just kind of our summer routine.
So then you said, I'm going to race and I'm going to do my family proud.
Yeah, I was born into the family race scene, I guess, and handed over to the addiction of being part of the horses and the Calgary Stampede and the adrenaline that goes with it.
Well, absolutely watching it. I mean, it's certainly addicting to watch. Now, these are your horses. I want to talk a little bit about your horses. Where did these horses come from? Because I know that they weren't born with you. They came to you. So how did that happen?
They're all ex-race horses, so when they're done their careers at the racetrack, we have kind of contacts and people around at different racetracks that are training and racing them. And then when they're done with them, we get a call and a list of names, and we end up, like the last 2 years, I've ventured out to Minnesota to Canterbury Racetrack and brought about 15 head back here in the last 2 years. So we bring them back and we train them and break them and get them used to the wagon and find their new job in life, I guess.
And that's awesome. I mean, you're giving them a second chance. Now, there's 4 that race per chuck, but how many do you have in total?
We start with about 35 in the spring, and then you know, some of the newer ones will break them, get them used to the whole game, and then I like to give them the summer off. They've had a busy race career their whole life, so summer off, and they come back really rested and ready to go the following year. And then, you know, we usually pack about 20 to 25 head all summer with some rookies included, some veteran horses, and then a lot of outriding horses on the side.
Awesome. Well, now that we've met the horses, can we go out and check out your chuckwagon?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go check out the chuckwagon. We're outside, and this is it. It's called the Badass Rainbow.
Yeah, this is the Badass Rainbow wagon. It's been around for 3 generations, just like everything else we've been doing. So it's, you know, since the early 60s, Grandpa, actually his daughters painted the rainbow on the wagon, and the wagon needed a new paint job, and that's what they came up with. So,
well, I think it's a pretty flashy job that they did. And this is considered
This is a stove. So back in the old days when they were racing, they had a camp they had to set up and take down whenever they moved. So this simulates setting up camp and loading it up and throwing it in the back of the wagon at the start of the race. So that's what the outriders do. When you come into the barrels, they pull this out, set it on the ground. When the horn goes, they got to load it in the back and make sure it stays there.
So just before the race starts, I'm your outrider. I'm sitting here like this, and then you yell something to start?
Well, the horn goes, so.
Okay, horn! Now, does that look like I'm a qualified outrider?
We'll work a little bit on the technique. It'll be easier without a mic in your hand.
You're right. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what you actually do for charity. Now, chucks are fun. We love watching it. My Fitbit that I wear says my heart's going when I'm watching, but you actually do this for a charity as well. Tell me a little bit more about the Chucks for Bucks.
We started with Sheldon Kenny in the Child Advocacy Center last year. Just that we wanted to do a social media kick on everything, and we come up with the Chucks for Bucks hashtag. This year, every time it's tweeted, there's 50 cents donated to the CAC, courtesy of Glover International and Tomco Group of Companies. So, you know, it's going to a great cause. It's a great advertising promotion for them, and a lot of fun to be a part of.
Well, it's something totally amazing, you know. So again, if anyone hashtags Chucks for Bucks on any social media platform, 50 cents will go to your charity, Sheldon Kennedy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you know what, Ray? I know you got to get going. You got to start getting the horses ready. So we're going to send you on your way. And this is Saddle Up, and I'm Ryan Massell, and that was Rae Croteau.
Feel the thunder!
Have you ever been?
Yes.
Have you ever watched
Yes.
the Chucks
It's
live?
insane. Yes.
Yeah, I've never had the opportunity to. I think I'd really enjoy it.
Amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
I have to ask you something, Shiva.
Love to get down.
Okay, so when you go to the Stampede, now specifically the Stampede, have you ever lost one of the following? Here we go.
Okay.
Have you ever lost a wheelchair?
No.
How about a bra? Don't answer that. How about sunglasses?
Yes, I lost a very expensive pair of sunglasses a few years ago, and I was devastated. Of course, I didn't even realize I'd lost them until I got home, but I knew it was down at the grounds.
Handcuffs. You ever lost handcuffs?
Nope.
How about
Can't
an
say
iPhone?
that I have. No, but I would
Handcuffs.
imagine that if you lose a phone down at the grounds, it would be easier to find than anything else, just because you can simply phone yourself.
There you go. Ranchman
Somebody else's
has
phone.
a lost and found department.
Yeah.
Some of the things that you'll find will amaze you. Here's more on Saddle Up. Not handcuffs?
We're over halfway here at the Stampede, so we thought we'd come take a visit to Ranchman's and find out what exactly gets left in the lost and found. So I'm here with Brenda. She's going to give us a little tour of what we have here. So why don't we go through some of these items we have here, Brenda?
We could open up the sunglass hut.
There's a lot of
After
sunglasses
Stampede,
there.
I'm
There
not
really
kidding.
is.
This is not even touching it. We get an enormous amount.
I might take a pair before we go.
There you go.
Okay.
We do hold them for 30 days.
You do?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we make a list after the end of every night of what's been returned and what's been found. And people can call in the next morning, come and get your credit cards, your keys, your bra, possibly
Bras.
underwear.
People leave bras.
Oh, that's not the strangest thing that's been left.
Can you tell us what the strangest thing is?
I don't think I'm allowed to on TV.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
I can tell you another one, though.
Okay.
I came into work, it was last Stampede, and I looked at the hostess, and there's a wheelchair at the front door, and I looked at her and I went, and we weren't even open. I said, "What's this?" And she said, "It was here when I got here." I thought, we heal people.
Someone is missing some very important medication as well. That could be a bad scene later on.
We throw these things out.
I'm sure you would. Yeah,
And the bras
absolutely.
and the underwear. We don't expect people to come back for that stuff.
No, I
we
don't.
throw it out.
I don't think they would. You know, that walk of shame might be a little too much, right?
It's hard to do a walk of shame with one boot.
Only one boot.
They come with two and they leave with one.
That is the ultimate walk of shame, I think.
Yeah. We had two girls come in and they lost their wedding rings the night before. Lost their wedding rings.
Rings, right?
Yeah.
I hear that happens quite a bit during the Stampede, you know?
There must be a lot of holes and pockets. I don't know.
There must be. Well, this is a pretty good haul right here, so thank you so much for showing us the inside track of Lost and Found, and I think if it's past the 30 days, I might take off with maybe a couple of these things.
After
Is that
30
okay?
days, you
Is
can
that
keep
all right?
the bra, but
I can keep
after
it?
30
I keep
days.
it? All right. Okay, I'm Sara for Saddle Up.
Yes.
I think they should make a slogan out of that. Ranchman's,
Yeah.
healing people since 1972.
Haven't lost a wedding ring, by the way.
Haven't taken mine
Still
off
right
since
there.
the day I got married. Love you, honey.
That's for you, honey. Whew, got that out of the way. One of the things that you'll find when you go to the Calgary Stampede, of course, we mentioned about the food and the fashion, but what about the midway games? Well, Jeanette
why I go
is one of our
down.
reporters
Yeah.
from Lethbridge who's joining us while we're here during the Stampede, and she had a little fun on the midway.
Are you any good?
I'm great.
Hey guys, Jeanette Roche here, down on the Midway at the Stampede. I have heard about these world famous games. I think some of them are impossible to win. I'm gonna go put them to the test. You're gonna come with me. Come on, let's go. Okay, now I'm here with John, and we are at Knock 'em Over. Tell me about Knock 'em Over. This is one of the classic Midway games, but it's also one of the hardest. I want to know if there's a trick to it.
It's not that hard. It's more about accuracy. If you got good accuracy, you can do it. Just knock them all over, all three for one try.
these balls are pretty light, right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't a heavier ball make for more winners?
It would there, but half the thing is you get these people that just go crazy and throw them.
Okay.
And it's
Start
also
breaking things, right?
It's also a safety factor
Yeah.
too, because you have all these little kids out here.
You don't want to get a ball in your head.
Yeah, then you got to go to first aid, and I've seen it happen. It's not too cool.
Let me see you do it. Can you do it? And this guy's sweating. Okay, John just tried it 272 times, and he couldn't get it. He's sweating.
I'm a soccer player.
I don't know. This game is hard. It's hard. Okay, so I'm here with Joan now. We're at the bushel basket section.
Throw the balls in, get the balls in, you're a winner.
Okay, works for me.
And it's all about a game of skill.
You have the skill, Joan?
Well, I'm not perfect, but I can get it in there.
Yeah? Can we see you do it?
Now, when you're throwing it, you don't want to throw it hard because it will bounce out.
Oh. Joan.
Cut this out. No, there we go. Oh!
And it bounced again. Joan, if you can't do it, who can do this?
People can do it. It's just you're making me nervous right now. There we go. Hey!
That's it. I'll see if I can do better than Joan. That's the trick. Do it with your pal. Yeah. Joan's my new game pal. What's your name, sir?
Momo. Call me Momo.
Call you Momo? Momo. Okay, so this is bushel basket.
Yeah, it looks easy to be honest.
Okay, well I see you already won a prize here. Where'd you win this?
In the kids section, so it was kind of easy, but it still cost $5.
Well, this is where the big guys play now, Momo. This is the adult section. So let's see how you do here. Momo, what happened?
The baskets are rigged.
You get a whack on your head with that. There you go.
Thank you.
Take your kid prize and go back to the kiddie section, Momo.
I'll be back.
Oh my gosh, what an exhausting day on the Midway. A lot of those games pretty tough to beat. One thing I learned today, knock them down is pretty much impossible to knock down. But I'm going to leave you with 3 little tips on how you might want to be able to win these games. Number 1, make sure you know the rules of the game. Number 2, make sure that the attendant gives you some strategy on how to win the game. And number 3, make sure that that attendant can actually win the game. Well, I'm going to go check out the rides now. See you guys later.
I'm going to throw this pencil into that cup.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna win something.
Okay.
Oh! Yes.
You win an applause. You know, thanks to the bushel basket, my husband and I have won our kids an entire zoo. We actually get cut off every year. We get cut off. They're like, you can't play anymore.
Can I just say,
we're running out of toys.
if you
We're
drink
that
too many
good.
of these drinks, you'll need to be cut off probably after the first one. It's called a caipirinha. Caipirinha. It's a Brazilian drink.
Yep.
They use something called cachaça.
Cachaça.
It's cool. It's
That sounds
tasty.
cool.
It's flavorful. And we have more.
With
on Saturday.
Chef Jen.
I'm here with Eddie at Gaucho Brazilian Barbecue. Today we're going to make their signature drink. In the heart of this drink is lime. It's extremely refreshing, and it's also made with a sugarcane liqueur called
cachaça.
Cachaça.
Cachaça is a special a spirit, I would say, not liquor, from sugarcane, and that's around the world. Cachaça is very well known to make the very, very famous drink. It's called caipirinha.
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 And this is very exclusive to Brazil.
That's right, yeah. Very simple. This, anywhere you go in Brazil or around the world, any good man should know how to make this.
Holy limes.
And now, Jenny, we take sugar here, and we put, I would say, a spoon and a half, okay? And very simple.
Perfect.
Okay, that's yours.
This one's mine.
Okay, and we're gonna go like this. This is the old way, like, you know, people don't have the shakers at home.
Yep.
And I think, and you squeeze as much you can. If like it's hard for you this way, Jim, just put it on top of the table.
I like it. I
Just
like
put
it
it
this
on top
way.
of the table, and you can see here already melting.
Right.
And now
You can also feel the sugar sort of granulating up and kind of grinding down this lime.
you got that. Then we get the ice, and then we fill with ice.
Right.
And here we go. This is, again, is the old way.
Yep.
No shake involved, right? Then we got, do you mind passing for me the
Yes, sir.
here? Alberta liqueur board, right? is 1.5 if that's your menu, right? It's 1.5. Answer. Here we go. You want to throw that there?
Absolutely.
Here we go.
And?
Now the spoon. Like we run out of one. Just go like that. Right.
Mixing everything together.
Yeah. You want to try yours there?
Absolutely.
Oh, smell good.
Now, I have to say this is one of the easiest, simplest drinks to come together.
This is the older way to do it.
You could do this at any backyard.
Any backyard.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to teach you here is how simple it is, right?
Simply good food.
Yeah.
Simply good drinks.
That's right.
Next, are we done?
We should drink now.
We should drink.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.